Hello everybody and welcome, my name is Ursa and this is going to be an Ursalocke game. I hope everybody's doing well. So it's a little bit of a break from our A to Z challenge, we'll be diving back into that soon, don't worry, but Ursalocke. You'll have seen me announce it a couple of series ago and we're going to be having another go at it today. Remember of course that you can come to Discord to submit your own save files, to see how everybody else is doing, and more importantly to take my save files if you fancy a go at those as well. Ursalocke is a cunningly, deceptively tricky challenge on Civ 6 that requires you to city manage and get your way to victory with a very limited set of rules. Only one city founded per era, except your capital, which of course you get on top of that. Avoiding using exploiting mechanics where best you can. It's probably easiest if you have a look at Discord because the full set of rules are there, but it's a doozy, it's really good fun. And again, very quick shout, I do have a coffee tip jar, come along, give me some support if you fancy it. It helps me to buy the caffeine I need to get through these series. Not that I don't enjoy them, it's just, you know, I need at least a sort of 20 to 25% caffeine to blood level in order to just fuel myself through the recording process. It's a giddy ride. Now, this series is going to start a little differently than usual because I am actually about 130 turns into this game. There was a problem. A bit of a problem with the recording software. I use OBS to record my video. Generally speaking, it's not a problem at all. For the first time in as long as I've been using the software, I had a little bit of an issue with the recording of the video, and because of that, the first 62 turns, something like that before I noticed, had been corrupted. The video file, I've spent hours trying to recover it, it's just not happening, and I'm far enough into this game, and I'm really enjoying the game enough, but I just I didn't have the heart to restart it, you know? I just want to keep going. But it's really not too much of a problem because I do have the save file from the point the video corrupted, luckily, and I can show you where we'd got to up till that point, and really not much had happened in the game up until that point, so we were going to sort of turn 62, 63, something like that. It's a bit unfortunate, I'm really sorry. I did intend for you all to watch this game from turn 1, and I actually did record me genuinely loading up the map and pressing random civ and getting Gilgamesh, and I was like, yay, look, you can see me doing it genuinely. You're just gonna have to trust that that's what happened, but as I say, I've got the save file from turn 1, this save file you can see. This is what I was greeted with when I loaded up the game. And it's easier if I show you what's going on from the point the game corrupted. So let's go forward in time just a bit. Don't worry, not much has happened. So this is the point the recording is going to pick up, and you can see we're on turn 62. We are 21 turns minimum away from the medieval era, so we are in the classical era at the moment. And this is sort of what our start looked like. As you can see, Russia is right below me, which is a little bit of a problem, but we'll talk about that in a second. I rolled Sumeria, Gilgabro! Everyone's favourite Gilgabro is in the game and we are playing them today, and the objective of this playthrough was for me to get a domination victory. I wanted to prove to you that domination in Ursalocke was incredibly difficult, but was possible. If anything, was advisable that you try and go for it, because it really is a challenge. And drawing Gilgamesh from that is good fun. A little bit of a science bonus from your zigzarats, a bit of an early game war cart, which honestly on Deity mode is not as big an advantage as it probably should be. A tiny ability to get some epic quests, which we really hadn't used very much up until this point, and then we've got the Adventures of Enigdu, which is pretty cool. Extra alliance bonuses. I mean, we're going domination. It's not going to be a super helpful one, but if I can make a single friend, that will be good. You can see what I did in order to get fresh water was I took my initial starting location and I moved up to the river above me. Doing that meant that I was in the middle of this conveniently cool basin of volcanoes and mountains. Very awesome for a Gilgamesh science start. I managed to get a nice +4 campus down from the 2 rainforests and these 3 mountains. From that, I put a single zigzarat down and gave myself a pretty decent base. I also noticed that pretty early on, after Russia got the first religion of the game, which was Eastern Orthodoxy, and they went choral music, no one else was going for religious points. No one at all. So when I actually managed to get a golden age out of Ancient, which is pretty easy with Gilgamesh because you can build a war cart, you can build your unique improvement, there's a lot of 3-era score in the Ancient era. I actually managed to go straight to Exodus of the Evangelists. That gave me 4 great profit points per turn. I built a single holy site and I managed to get myself, and this is why I'm a little frustrated that I can't show you what's going on. I got Feed the World. There we go. 3 food, 2 housing for each building in a holy site, and I also got crusade because I thought that could be good fun. The typical Ursa religion. Feed the world, crusade. What more could you want? From there, I did a little bit of exploring and I found Mount Roriyama directly above me, which is awesome considering how much extra science is around there. So I took my ancient era city and I took a gamble. I was like, what I'm going to do is put myself outside of food range. I'm going to just use improvements, I'm going to use granaries, and I'm going to go and just do everything I can to improve the housing manually in order to work as many of these Roriyama tiles as I can, but then put myself into campus range. What I was actually, canal range I should say. You can see what I was going to do was put an aqueduct there and give myself a cool industrial zone. I had a whole setup going with my capital. It was going to be really cool, but then the horses appear and that kind of scuppered that plan, but never mind. We pressed on. I discovered a little bit below me. We found that Russia had started down here and immediately they started settling towards me. Now, the Ursalocke challenge means that I can only take one city or keep one city per era. We have not claimed a city in the classical era just yet, only the ancient era. So I've been deciding whether or not I want to keep any of these cities, whether I want to destroy them, to raise them and pillage them and just keep going for St. Petersburg, whether I want to go for the Netherlands, who I have discovered to my west, and you can see it looks like they're still sending settlers out, but unlike Russia, you can see the Netherlands have been building lots of campuses. They also got Stonehenge right before I got my religion, which was a bit scary, but they went for warrior monks, weirdly, and left me feed the world, so that was all good. I also don't know if Russia are going to attack me because they've been sat on the border for a couple of turns, so I've got warriors coming up and I've got some archers, and I've been taking a lot of care to try and keep Bologna and Granada on side as well. Don't forget, Sumeria can levy city-state troops for half the usual cost. It's really good. I will, at some point, be using these armies to basically warrior swarm the AI. The problem I've been thinking and I've been arguing with to this point was how early effectively I wanted to pull the trigger. As you can see, the Amsterdam defences, Amsterdam the capital, is right by my cities, it's closest to me. They have a religion, but they don't have a huge amount of faith per turn, so spreading that religion is going to be tricky for them. I have Exodus, I have Crusade, they don't have walls, but they could get them soon. I have Oligarchy, so I have the combat strength. There's a lot of cool stuff here that I could, in theory, utilise to do a bit of a warrior game rush. Or, what I could do was use my tech. I've already unlocked Swordsman, and I've gone for Man-at-Arms. I was kind of half waiting to see if the city-states would upgrade the troops by themselves. Whether or not they will do or not, I'm not sure. Oh, strategic rise? Not so lucky. I got one source of horse, one horsey saucy, and I believe this city has some horses under it as well, but otherwise the iron is to the north. Now, again, I was wondering whether or not using my classical era to settle a city up to the north to get all that iron was a good thing or not. I think I'm undecided at this point. So it's kind of where we were. Do I go west or do I go south? Do I rush warriors or do I wait and bide my time? Do I spread my religion at war or before war? There's a lot of unknowns at this precise moment. Now you'll have to bear with me. I don't remember exactly where the footage picks up, so you may start to hear me talk about some slightly strange and unconnected topics, or I may go over things I've already mentioned, or I may start mentioning things that I think I've mentioned, but because I've done this recap, I haven't. But very quickly you'll notice this game picks up and it's a really good fun game. Then you really didn't miss much. The action hasn't really started. I was doing some early game settling and this is where we're really scheming. The game will accelerate from this point. The thing to remember is that this is an Ursalocke challenge. I can only take one city per era. Everything else I have to raise. I still have my classical era city, but the timing is everything. If I settle a classical era city to the top, to the north here, it means the first city or the first capital I can take will be in the medieval era. That'll be number 1. Number 2 will be in Renaissance, 3 industrial, 4 modern, and 5 atomic. I would be meaning that I would have to wait for the game to be in the atomic age before I finish the domination victory. That's tough. If I don't settle a city and manage to nab a capital, the game would end in the modern era. That's a little bit easier. And don't forget, this is age era. People will probably be by giant death robots by the time we get to atomic era games time. So, you know, something to remember. Thank you so much for bearing with me. Onwards, back to present day Ryan as he takes you through the game. Huzzah! So next stop in this cunning plan is I've got a missionary now over to go and convert Amsterdam. They did found a religion from nothing, which is a little unfortunate. Oh no, they built Stonehenge. That's a bit frustrating, but I think that means that their faith income should be pretty terrible. Yeah, it is. So that's okay. We can go and convert them nonetheless. But I think this is now the point where we can start levying militaries and bringing them over. I'm tempted to just rush this now, send all the warriors over and just sort of do it. By the time I get there, I'll have had Crusade, Oligarchy will be in place, and I can always do the second wave and upgrade them a bit later. So that's not, yeah, I think this is okay. I've met a CAD as well. Where's a CAD? Oh, there. Oh, lovely. And of course, these warriors, these warriors can actually embark because they had the technology. Something I found out recently. It's funny how these things come back, isn't it? There's a galley. I think you're landlocked here, unfortunately, so let's just head into this direction. Missionary time. Through you go to Amsterdam, and yeah, I will take that 30 diplomatic favor from you. That's lovely. And then I'll immediately sell it, because I'm just a horrible person. Actually, a large part of Wilhelmina's army is Mogadishu. Interesting. If I go for Diplomatic League quickly, and Gogi, Conscription, Urban Planning, all that's pretty good still. And now I go to Mogadishu and I say a bump. That will hopefully remove, there we go, the city-state levied army, which will annoy her, no doubt. I mean, I'll quickly just, there you go. Crusade is now on Amsterdam. Oh, you're going to denounce me, are you? Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame, he says with no expectation at all. We're going to formal war it immediately because they denounced us. I get to do this. That removes the 3 trades I had with them, which was all for my luxuries, which conveniently I'd already taken all the gold for. I'm just going to keep that missionary nice and safe for now. And then we go world. World, I have an offer for you. Oh, now come on, Sweden doesn't want in. Come on, Russia. Russia doesn't want in either. Oh, you're so boring. Okay, we need to make sure that we find somebody else that wants to go to war with Wilhelmina. I want my nice +5 combat strength. That's what I want. But most importantly, I also want my units in the Netherlands land. As soon as that happens, I get a beautiful crusade bonus, and that crusade bonus is going to be absolutely glorious for me. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, there's going to be a little bit of a problem from this galley, but it's fine. I can just archer it a couple times. I want the galley to sort of disappear. If it can just, you know, sod off, that would be nice. Yeah, okay, Russia's denounced me, that's fine. Sweden hasn't though. Interesting. Sweden might be quite chill with what I'm doing here, and I'll take that. If that's how they want to play this, that's fine. Look, there you go, all my luxuries are back. How many do I actually need? I'm on +2, +1, so I can easily sell 1, of which Sweden will very happily just, you know, give me fairly decent gold for it. I mean, I don't need too much from Sweden right now, but I've already got 37 gold per turn. They are a good ally. Just need you to figure out where Wilhelmina is. I think they don't have a direct line of sight to their lands. I think that's why they're having a problem here. Actually, this might be a good time to test the theory. If we're all in the water at the same time, you can't kill us all. I'm going to try and embark with this land army and see how that works. And I think rushing apprenticeship is the good thing, because I want my city-states, so I want the city-states on the map to all convert pretty quickly. Amsterdam, I think just a nice rush on this city is going to be lovely. Go on, fight back. You know you want to. Yep, they're attacking my units. I'm drawing the galleys away from Amsterdam. I don't know if that's really the result I was looking for, but I haven't lost any units doing that, and I can sort of hide myself back. Yeah. Not having a coastline that they can really attack with their galleys is sort of suiting me quite nicely here. I'll take it. Another pillage. Apprenticeship is also almost there. This warrior is now going to be then. I think what I'm going to do is, obviously I can take Amsterdam, but if I can pillage and then raise all the cities around it at a sort of similar-ish time. Similar-ish is fine. Doesn't have to be exactly the same, but similar-ish. That would be pretty cool. I like that as an idea, and then we can not worry too much. Oh, there's so many settlers out in the North Sea. Don't forget, the Ursalocke challenge is still a thing, so I can't just settle cities if I steal settlers, but it does give me the option for later eras if I want that to be a thing. So as I sort of hoped would happen, Amsterdam has now got the galley in, which means when I take that city, we'll be able to kill the galley outright, which is pretty cool. I've still got the city surrounded. The spearman's just going to keep the city on low health so I can destroy it whenever I want. And as I say, if I can pillage and destroy this city at the same time, this will be really good. I'm hoping the missionary will be able to give crusade to that city pretty rapidly, actually. Apprenticeship. Okay, this actually might work well for me. Look, Mogadishu is more expensive now and next turn I'm going to get an extra envoy. That is going to give me 4. It'll flip Mogadishu to me, and it'll knock Wilhelmina's Amani out of the city-state. And then I can levy the army, and hopefully it's a bit tougher, and we can send some stuff over. Look at this, we've managed to actually pull the galleys out just by sort of threatening troops on the borders. It's quite handy. Can I convert in one go? Oh, not quite. Not quite in one go. That is unfortunate, but I do have another pillage. What am I going to pillage? Do I just rush for universities? Get my science game absolutely through the roof? I'm going to steal another campus from Amsterdam. So that would give me 1, 2, 3 universities that I could put down, and Bologna, which would be boosting all of them. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I could go for a spearman rush from pikemen. That's not a bad option either. Let's do that, actually, pikemen. I'm more tempted to see cavalry and heavy chariots from Russia. They like putting Cossacks and other cavalry units in. Seems to be a thing to do with the Russian AI. I'll take it. So yeah, I think actually a pikeman rush is going to be more effective for us. So let's just quickly start to pillage mathematics through as well. 10 turns, 10 turns. That's a bit frustrating, but as I say, we can still convert cities whilst at war. So that's not a problem. There's that city that gives me 3 era score. Then Mogadishu. Oh, Mogadishu just got... that's so frustrating. Okay, well, we get some more era score from taking it off. So, okay, we can still take Mogadishu. I just really want them to just give me the envoy quickly. I think theology is the quickest way of getting an envoy there. So yeah, we're doing the right thing. Amsterdam is proving annoying. They've now got a heavy chariot in there as well as a galley. I cannot wait around any longer for this. We're just going to quickly check. Are you sure you don't want to get in on this one? No, they really don't want to get in. That's, I mean, it's a poor decision making if you ask me, but you know, whatever. Well, let's make this happen. Let's go 1 attack onto Amsterdam. I believe, yeah, that second attack will take the city. This city is sieged and it can continue to be sieged really nicely. There's a boost on mathematics quickly. There is some more faith to get myself another missionary. Let's charge in, do some damage on this city and take the city. Oh no, I should have left that warrior. Never mind. We've got reinforcements. Like, I've got reinforcements. It's fine. Sweden have finally denounced me. They finally denounced me. Okay, that was my last trade partner, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Let's try this again. Can we take the city? I think we probably can. Yeah, and we've destroyed 2 units in one go there. What? A rebellion in 5 turns. That's not bad, because now it follows my religion again. Just reduce the population means my religion pressure is a bit higher. Let's immediately rename the classical era. We managed to just about make sure that we got that through. We can't take any more cities this era, so everything we take has to be raised, but that's okay. We don't mind that at all. 1 attack, 2 attacks, and this war cart can probably just go 3 like that, and then... Oh, I like the harbour, but it's got to get raised. Everything from this point has to be raised. And this feels like a filthy large amount of gold to be using, but I will just take Boudica. I need a great general. For later, once I get the pikemen, I need to kill a unit with the spearmen. Actually, that is something I can do. Let's do that. Your recruitment of great people is becoming a real problem. I've had 2, Sweden. I've had 2. It's really not that much. So what's this like now? Oh, there we go. This is actually pretty good. Now, Pingala. Shall I move Pingala out my capital, or do we just assume we'll take this in time? I think I'm actually going to move Pingala out so that I can hopefully just keep this at least on the loyalty it's at the moment. That's pretty good. And then we can move from there. Now, if I'm lucky, the galley might choose to attack us a little bit and just blunt itself on my walls, but nope, it did not. There's a significant blizzard here. Interesting. Where's that going? Northeast. It's going towards Bologna. Not my problem. That's what that translates to. Not my problem. Now, the classical era great general, she's not going to do anything, Boudica, in terms of the warriors, in terms of the war carts. But if I get, as I say, get a single upgraded unit like the spearman, that will give me the boost that I'm looking for. In fact, actually, I'm just going to hang fresh here because I want to see if I can get a kill with it. And actually, that warrior would be really good. Oh, the slinger was also my other option, but they're all running away because they know what's good for them. I'm going to use Boudica to explore and to scout, see where the enemy troops are. There's galleys, but there's not much in the way of a foot army here apart from warriors anymore. That's pretty decent. If I can, I would love it if I could go into another golden era. I think I should be able to do that for converting The Hague, which with the missionaries I've got, shouldn't be too difficult to do. Saying that though, that is an archer. Archers are a little tougher than any unit I would like to see here. Just switching back charismatic leader into my government. I just want one more envoy. If I can pick up Mogadishu, that, oh man, it would be so useful for me. I will get an envoy in 7 turns with theology, but I don't really want to wait that long if I can help it. So they're attacking me a lot. I can get a decent peace deal out of this, but at the moment, unfortunately, the capital that I've taken, I can't keep loyal. So that's not good enough. Oh, and unfortunately, this religion's proving really difficult to dislodge. There we go. There we go. Bam. Look at that era score. +3 for converting someone at war, +4 because it is the holy city. That's what we like to see. And now that we've got Crusade in, we should find that this combat is just a smidgen more, well, easy, I guess is the correct term for this. We'll go 1 hit like that. I will go... Oh, I want the spearmen to finish the city. That's the most important thing. 2 hits. Perfect. Is the spearman going to finish it? Oh, I think so. 3 hits. There we go. Masonry advanced, and more importantly, military tactics is advanced. Unfortunately, I can't keep the city. It's going, but it was a good city whilst it lasted. What's the loyalty looking like here now? Yes, good, better. We want this loyalty to be much better. Are you not following my religion anymore? Why are you not following the religion? Come on, don't be like that. Reassign Pingala back to my capital, and we're going to put Victor into the new city. Delightful. The choice I've got is I've just completed the government plaza in my capital. What am I going to do? Now, I was thinking Warlord's Throne. Obviously, we're going to be doing a lot of war. 20% production bonus in all of my cities for 5 turns. So that's a huge bonus. But 2 amenities gives me approximately 10% on all yields in a city. And with the audience chamber, all of my cities will have a governor in them. Well, I basically will force that. 10% yields in everything all the time, or 20% in production every time I kill a city. I'm actually going to go audience chamber. I mean, admittedly, both are good options here, but I just feel like that option is the mysterious and sneaky better option. 21 gold per turn. Yeah, I will actually take peace with the Netherlands soon, but I need them to be gone because at the moment, yeah, the grievances I've got are causing me big problems in that city. If I can just remove this 7 pop city, I think we'll be in a much better position. I've got a missionary who can come down and try and remove the, just put some pressure on it. Here's the medieval era. So we've got a few choices we can make at this point. Just picked up theology. That gives us another envoy. I don't believe Mexico City has been claimed by anyone yet. No, Peter might claim it soon. Getting myself that extra envoying, repeatedly getting the envoys is a really big deal for me. So I do want to kind of look at that. I'm going to get recorded history first, and then we'll go for military training, naval tradition, all the ones that give me the 3 envoys. But what do I want to do? Do I want the science boost of the extra envoy, or the extra sort of Eureka boasts? Do I want monumentality? That'll give me the ability to convert faith and gold into more builders. Settlers are really not important. Or Exodus. I think Exodus actually remains the best option for me. It increases my faith per turn, increases my movement of all of my missionaries, increases the ability to basically just convert people that I am at war with. It's a really good look for me, and I like it. Interestingly, everyone's in a normal age now, which means, fingers crossed, loyalty-wise, we should be able to actually start converting some of these cities very soon. Mexico City now wants religious conversion. I can do that pretty easily, so we'll just hold on to that thought. That's a cool thought. In the meantime, I'm just going to bop Eindhoven on the head and see if we can't get rid of this city soon. World Congress time! I would like city centre buildings, and I love it if I could culture bomb, because I feel like that would actually be quite handy. Yes, it's amazing how little the AI puts into both of those votes at the beginning of the game. Here's my first pikeman, by the way. 45 strength with a general. I should be able to clean up these Dutch cities very fast with that. 25 gold per turn for a trade deal. Who's just gone to war with me? Oh, has Mogadishu gone to war with me again? Okay, well that's going to convert and change itself very soon once I sort of sort that out. I think, are we just going to wait on killing this city-state? I might do. I might actually just wait on this one because I can convert it and get the era score for doing that. Great scientist, who is the medic. Oh, what a pick. Yes. I'm going to send you immediately with the spearmen, and that's going to massively help that particular attack. There you go, there's the era score, +3, as expected, and there's nothing else to pillage in this city, so we'll just pick it up, and, I mean, I could keep it. This could be my medieval city, but I believe we have an opportunity to do a rush on Russia here with Mexico City, who have already got swordsmen, and swordsmen are powerful. We can just get our crusade over to Russia. That would be pretty handy, so a bit of faith income. So here's the question. Do I want to keep Eindhoven, make that my medieval city, and then attack into the Renaissance era? Or do we want to take my tech advantage? Because I do have pikemen. Pikemen are tough. I think I'm going to take the rush. So we want to kill this. I'm going to just assume that I'm going to get a better city. I will raise it for now. The question is Classical Era... Oh, Classical Era is very happy now. So I'm actually going to offer peace. I'm going to offer peace for a big amount of, yeah, there we go, gold. I can claim 15, no, 10 of this. Perfect. And now I have a trade buddy, which is quite funny. I mean, they have nothing to trade with me, but I do technically have a trade buddy. I mean, the diplomatic favor was totally pointless. I can get open borders. I guess, are you able to joint war anyone? Yes, I could get a joint war with Peter. Interesting. They really don't have much in the way of aggressive troops that I could worry about, so I'm tempted to say that would be amusing. But they are giving me 50 gold per turn at the moment, so you know what, I will just hold off. What I'm actually going to do is put an envoy into Bologna and then move Armani to Mexico City. That'll set me up nicely. Yeah, interesting. I wonder how many grievances people have against me. The Netherlands have got, yeah, 924, so that's pretty bad. This isn't going to be a game where we can be friends with people for too long. We're going to get very, very bad receptions from a lot of the AI, but that's okay. If I just purchase in a galley, there's shipbuilding boosted because I had a ship that I've levied from Granada and now got a boat that I can sail down, which is pretty cool. I'm going to save that for a battering ram now, but as you can see, fun thing we've got now is that we can, 2 turns away from being able to move my units across the sea. Everyone's just going to heal briefly because I have my great scientist in who can cure all of their wounds, and we're basically just going to wait and pull ourselves across the sea. Now, I might lose a couple of these armies every now and then, but I've got the gold income to levy them back up, so I'm not too worried. And there is shipbuilding. Okay, everyone across the narrow sea. We're going to just jump in and make ourselves happy. I finally have recorded history in place. That is a nice +8 science per turn. Yummy. Agogi, conscription. I'm going to put maritime industries in because I expect I will be using more boats than land army, especially because there are 2 naval adjacent cities, which is pretty handy. So actually, Classical Era, the new city, can start to spew some galleys out. Although, do I just treat myself to a builder to fix the carnage first? Probably for the best. And Pingala can finally upgrade themselves. Or do I want to do that? Or do I want to put a governor into Ancient Era? Probably not worth it for now. I think actually Pingala, let's get Pingala in because we can get a huge amount of extra science. I think science is going to be the way maybe to rush metal casting. Or are we going to go to feudalism or governments? Oh, there's a lot of stuff I need. Let's go science. I feel like I'm just going to double up on science. Normally I go culture because I feel like that's a good choice. But now we're up to 55 science per turn. And we are keeping up technologically even though we don't have many cities at all. Only the 3, but we're doing good. Education, almost there. That'll give us a huge whack of science. In fact, actually, each university will be worth +6, which is massive. Babylon. Okay, this might be the opportunity I need to have a little bit of fun. Mexico City currently has 2 envoys with Peter. That's not very good, but there's a huge amount of swordsmen, and swordsmen rush in pretty tough. Like, I mean, they're not quite as tough as my pikemen, but my pikeman, for instance, is doing... Actually, that's an embarked attack. Ignore that. Have you met Russia? You have met Russia. Would you join war with them? Yes, you would. They will also trade with me, which is pretty awesome. I think sometimes you just have to take advantage of the cards where they lie. And at the moment, Babylon has provided me with just a fantastic opportunity to go to war with Russia. so we will take it. Just a neat joint war. Don't forget, we can't take any money for joint wars in the Ursalocke challenge. It has to be just a nice straight deal. I'm selling my duplicate turtle, just doing a bit of trade with everybody whilst I can. I'm unlikely to use those actual horses, so that's good. Levy Mexico City, that gives me a ton of era score, which is good. I've now got my units. I mean, look, they're already at plus 39 strength. Just wait until I get the Great General over, which I'm just going to rush through now. But I'm also going to, just really going to take the opportunity to sort of wait for Russia to move on me. I get a temple. That would give my capital more food, more housing, and then more faith to get my apostle quicker. I just need a single apostle. I want to take my religion out and attack Russia whilst we're at war. That's going to be quite handy to do that. So where are your units going to go? They do have a galley, but I'm just holding that pass nicely at the moment. And as you can see, my swordsmen are just holding nice as well. Sweden. Not at war with you, don't worry. I see, now Netherlands doesn't want war. The AI changes their mind on that so often, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Babylon denounces me immediately. But you've done what you needed to do with me, which is go into a joint war. Okay, admittedly, yeah, Gilgamesh's ability, I need to be actually allied to someone for that to work. But, you know, at this point, it's fine. We're doing what we need to do. Let's just rush my Great General over. I'm just holding with these swordsmen for a turn, just until the general appears, and then I can go and charge in with my swordsman. Don't mind me if I put Liang into Ancient Era as a city. Now, luckily, I've now finished my audience chamber, which means my capital has 3 amenities. Huzzah! Classical Era's got +4. That's awesome. You can see we've got ivory, tobacco, furs, all on the borders of this city. I really want to just improve it and use some of my war yields and things to just sort of get it better. So I'm not too worried about this actually. So my swordsman got attacked for 16 damage by the city centre. That's not too bad. I can take that. Maritime industries, I'm not really doing much with it, but oligarchy is a tough one to make work. Actually, what I'm going to do is change governments to Classical Republic. This gives my cities a bit more juice. We've got Oligarchic Legacy, Charismatic Leader, Natural Philosophy, and we can finally stick in the Builder card because I'm actually building builders in quite a few cities now. Classical Era, Ancient Era, they all need builders to make sure that they're actually doing pretty good. And we've got Oligarchic Legacy now, so that's a cool card. Gonna rush through to military training. That will give me advantages on things like raid, but for now I've got the opportunity to do some more pillaging with my small cities. This is how we're going to keep up economically and scientifically with everybody. Babylon will be a problem. They are 9 techs ahead of me as things stand. I need to catch up with them. They're just so quick. They're so good. But yeah, 21 techs. I'm actually ahead of everyone else. We're in second. So that, so far, this is proving very good. And most excitingly, I'm not that many faith away from getting an apostle in. If we can get that apostle, I can start spreading crusade nicely. In fact, I can actually pillage that faith tile next turn. I can pillage this one this turn. 85. There we go. Hang on. That is an apostle with 5 charges. Excellent. What's going to be the most important thing? What's the most useful thing? I think going metal casting. So build an aqueduct, feudalism, build an armory, crossbow. There's a lot of things we don't have right now. Ancient walls and machinery is probably a good one to get quickly, so we'll do that. As you can see, just pillaging. Pillage. We want to pillage all of the faith, all of the science. Let's not wait around, let's just take it all. We can make sure that we stay technologically relevant with the AI, which is always difficult when you have so few cities, but we can do this. Okay, that swordsman just got beat a little bit. It's not quite able to level up, but there's nothing else around it that's going to be able to attack it. And if I move my great scientist nearby, then I should be able to block off most of the damage and then heal with it next turn, so that's quite good. And again, still pillaging faith and still pillaging faith. We're almost at our second apostle already. What can my apostle do? Spread religion 2 extra times. Not a very good set of things. In fact, I just want to keep an eye on that missionary. If I can kill that missionary, that'll help. Oh well, you're not going to get lucky on all of them. I don't believe there is a natural wonder anywhere close to me. I mean, apart from Rory Armour above me, but we're ignoring that for now. That's got nothing to do. That's ages away. So I'm going to give myself Orator. That will be a good one. You can all denounce me. I mean, Netherlands, you can denounce me as well if you want, but I don't really mind. Let's just start spreading this religion. It'll take maybe 2 charges to convert the city, I think. Probably won't need that many. But with all this pillaging, like so, that's my second apostle that I can get in now. Okay, losing my naval, I say supremacy. Supremacy is the wrong word here because it's a single galley that's about to die. So it's not very supreme. I can heal it up for 1 more turn. Other than that, we're moving our troops back. I'm just thinking about this. Actually, we get swordsmen there. We've got my battering rams almost in range. Almost in range. I'm just unable to get them exactly to the front lines here, but I think we're just going to start attacking into Moscow already. I can just get rid of this city. That'll open up my passage to the other Kazan, which is a more difficult target for me. Ooh, eliminate 75% of existing pressure from other religions. That's the apostle I was waiting for. Okay, crusade time. It's going to happen quickly. Otherwise known as Crusader Clock, Crusadeville, population Crusadeness. Crusade 2, this time we're crusading. All of these are well-known things. Oh, just a silly naval attack with a warrior that I don't really care about, but any damage I can do is really good. I'm trying to lure this missionary into the sea. I want to go and pillage it. And Classical Era is finally fixing itself. There we go. Right, I need you to grow. I need you to give yourself a bit more food. Let's get this population up quickly. Let's work that. Yep. Force work this. Force work this. Force work this. There we go. Taking a turn off that. Good. Right, I just need you to grow. You can be an amazing city. Actually, once I get feudalism, that'll help a lot. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ooh, dust storm. And the only thing it took out was my campus. Where's it going? Southwest. That's good. That's out to sea. We can handle that. Oh, and there we go. Look. Condemn heretic. Bam. Moscow now follows my religion. That was a silly place to leave your missionary, was it not? Apologies, Moscow, but, yeah, you were never going to survive, were you? Raise it to the floor. Actually, I'm just thinking about this. I could man-at-arms it with some of the gold I've got. I think I should probably do that. Let's go and do that. Bam. These are more powerful troops. I've got a little bit of gold. I might as well use it accordingly. Yeah, they're attacking. They are attacking, but that's good because what they're doing is allowing themselves to fight in Crusade land. Now, what I want to do is see if I can remove that horseman. That is the target, because then I can get my missionary in. Unless I take a gamble. This is the one that removes... Oh, no, hang on. It's this one that removes the pressure. So, if I bump like that... oh, would that be enough? Would that be enough? 1 more spread. I think that would be enough. So, we're going to take a bit of a gamble. Can I destroy the horseman on that tile? I think the answer is yes, especially with Crusades. I'm going to move it onto this tile. There we go. Spread Crusade onto it. Now I get the +10. Oh, this was such a gamble, because if I don't kill that horseman, this is just a total waste of a unit. But, oh yeah. Yeah. 1 attack, 2 attack. Horse is dead. Apostle is protected. Done. I could put the raid card in at this point, but Oligarchic Legacy for me is more important. The reason I'm Classical Republic is, as you can see, all my cities are super happy now, so I'm happy with that choice. That's pretty cool. Let's just quickly go and improve these turtles again, and this. I mean, all of my luxuries just keep on improving every time a dust storm comes through, but this is otherwise okay. So I don't need to be building galleys anymore. Let's actually just focus on getting infrastructure in and making sure that the cities I've got are decent. 62 science, by the way, on turn 100. I've had better games, but you know what? It's not too bad. Yeah, they're attacking me, but they're all attacking into Crusaded land. And I've got my great scientist here, which is just restoring hit points really nicely as well. So, I mean, this is pretty decent. Mexico City actually wanted my religion as well. So I'm just going to quickly go and spread that. There we go. We've got Crusade in this, and that gives, you know, I can still attack, and I still get Crusade, even though it's not Russia's land. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, look at this. I'm just defending attack after attack after attack, and then as soon as I do, the scientist comes through and just heals them. Although none of my units are healing because I haven't got any iron. Oh, I've just realized that. What a fool. Oh, Ursa, what are you doing? Right, I need at least 1 source of iron. Oh, I don't remember there being much iron on this map, being honest with you. I think It was over here, Rotterdam. Oh man, are you gonna? There's no way they'll trade iron with me. Okay, well we're gonna have to just keep an eye out for anyone that picks up. I mean, Babylon, will you do it? They will, but only if I give them crazy money. You know what? It's probably worth crazy money. That's the thing. 120 gold. I've got to do it. But then if I don't have that, then none of my units heal. So yeah, that's absolutely essential. Capital grows. It thrives. It's good. Ugh, annoyingly, I keep losing religion on this city, which is a bit frustrating. This is a rater. That's good. I just need a little nudge on that city. That's fine. But battering ram, here it is, finally. Oh, that was far too far away from the beginning of this fight. But as you can see, my men-at-arms are going to, what I like to call, disintegrate the walls of this city. Bam, bam, and bam. Okay, next turn we should be able to absolutely push through. I'm also going to just man-at-arms over the top. Perfect. This swordsman is just here as well. My apostle is just creeping closer to St. Petersburg. If I can just knock off the religion from their land, that'll be a pretty good victory for me as well. Why do I keep losing the religion? Oh, so annoying. I need the crusade. The crusade's very important. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it just so I don't take too much damage. I need to just knock that crossbow back so it stops attacking me. So a couple hits there might just do that, and we'll go 1 attack, 2 attacks like so. Kazan is taken and is actually loyal. Unbelievably, it is loyal. Do I want this to be my medieval city? See, this is the thing. It has a few things that I could want. It's got a harbour with an unbroken lighthouse. It's got an industrial zone. And more importantly, it has a holy site on the front line that follows my religion. There are a lot of good things. But if we just have a look at this, I need to take currently 4 more capitals. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am currently in the medieval era. So if I take 1 in medieval, 2 for Renaissance, 3 industrial, 4 for modern. We're currently going to finish in the modern era of the game. That's fine. If I push it any further, then I'll be pushing to atomic era. And at that point, it gets difficult to stop Babylon winning, because Babylon are scientifically still running away. 31, there's 8 techs ahead at the moment. It is a choice. Russia have still got 6 cities, so loyalty-wise, keeping this is going to be really tricky. Or keeping St. Petersburg, I should say. We've got 19 turns. I think we'll be fine. So we're going to raise it. I may live to regret that decision, possibly, but you've got to go bold sometimes, and I believe that what we're doing is just keeping momentum and pushing forward. You want peace. I know you want peace, but you're not going to get it. You're not going to get it, my friend. Just a quick and cheeky pillage. I can actually rush through and just take the crossbow quickly, which would be pretty good. Tortoise. Right, actually, I'm just going to get a couple of units just to sit here and heal for a second. I've got my scientist forming like a good defensive little ring of healing units. It's not a problem. Do I want to kill that crossbow, or do I want to advance to the city and start spreading crusade? Oh, there's 2 kills I can do. I can actually, yeah, let's get this kill first. That's good. My great general. Still, Boudicca's just still stood on the hill, just waiting by the silk, guiding people from afar. Doing very nicely indeed. Actually, I might just take a bit of a risk. Oh, no, I can't. I was going to say I could move my apostle to this tile. I don't think there's another unit that can get there in time, but I just realized I can't really see with any confidence that that fact is true. So we'll just kind of have to... Now, the question I've got to make is, do I want to try and take Ursalocke first, or St. Petersburg? I think we're going to rush straight in on St. Petersburg. I think we have the loyalty to pull that off, so that's all good. Stirrups gives me knight, so let's go military engineering, and then gunpowder, and then metal casting. There are quite a few missionaries in this city. That is frustrating, but I've got an apostle who removes religion rapidly. So you can see 1,982. That will immediately go down to 500. So another charge of that apostle should be enough. There we go. We've already removed the religion. We just need to spread ours to it. So the missionaries are going to burn their charges now. That missionary has 3 charges. I don't know how much that one has, but it's looking okay. Where's the... Okay, I really want to get onto that tile and start pillaging the holy site. And then I can, just kill some apostles in the holy site in order to unlock others. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Glorious Petra, Salty Tech, Matthew Wilkinson, Paul Coffey, Coffee, Doughboy91, Seancrates, Morag, Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Davalex, Skeptical Bear, Kroger Brand Trail Mix, Alex Noob, Cinnamon Beard, Portland, Petra Ryan, Matthew Hatch, Amir EC, Henry, Rom88, Radiatore, Private Selection, Genoa Salami, Boy Zorro, Callum Billy. Thank you for all of your support, and everybody that supports the channel generally. You're all brilliant. Thank you!